Well, and I think one of the things, we were even talking about this week and taking some of the augmented reality stuff that we're talking about on some of the Facebook dynamic pages that we're working with you on, and then taking that actually down to an in-store experience. So that this entire experience is totally connected to all the elements that you're experiencing. And right now, don't you feel it's really pretty much, there's the social media strategy and plan with somebody sitting over there on the desk, and then there's the broadcast media, and then there's the outdoor, and then there's the brand strategy. Do you see those connecting at all now? Because you do get, well, we've got 5,000 fans on Facebook, so that's our social media strategy.
I think they need to connect, right? I mean, there is, because this is so personal, then that's the key to all of this. Social networking is the first medium that is, or I should say social networks are the first medium where it is completely driven by the individual experience. They are in charge. Who they connect with, the information that comes through their stream, what they share, what they consume, what they like, what they don't like. And so this is basically almost like what TiVo has done for television, right? It puts the power in the person's hand to
the DVR.
The DVR. I just pulled a Q-tip or a Xerox or
right.
But yeah, so we have to realize that it's very experiential, it's very emotional, it's very aspirational. It's people are connecting with one another and with content because it does connect with them personally. And so when you look at the real world and these online experiences, we do have to bring it together. And that's the whole idea behind the hybrid theory manifesto, is that these things are going to bleed together. And how do we connect with all of the senses? Right, understanding that this is behavioral, that this is sociological, that this is psychological, right? We are now officially gone from what was demographics to now, psychographics, and even moving towards what I call behaviorgraphics, where we're able to adapt content and information almost based on the type of individual you're hoping to connect with. So when you take, for example, something from online to an in-store experience, it could be incredibly personalized, and it should be, and it will be. And that is where things need to connect today. Now, our business is getting that?
Right.
Not yet, but we're all learning. And you have to remember that for businesses to truly understand it at this level, we have to first come to grips with the reality that this is a bottom-up technology. This is a bottom-up revolution. This is an outside-in revolution, meaning that you and I brought Facebook and Twitter into the business as individuals because that's how we were connecting with one another. Now, if the people making decisions had brought that in, it would have been a top-down approach, which is like everything else. But because the bottom-up is now trying to convince the top to meet them somewhere in the middle, this is all going to take some time, right? I mean, online community interaction goes back, I personally wasn't the first to do it, but I was doing it since the mid to late 90s in forums and discussion boards.
Well, I talk about CompuServe to people, and then Prodigy, and they're like, what? Is that, where does that, But yeah.
Exactly. And so this, as it starts to move along the bell curve and hit sort of mainstream, which it's slowly starting to do, I mean, this is really going to change everything. And where we have to stop debating is whether or not this is taking place, and start to figure out how do we build the change internally in order to embrace this and make it work.